inflation in the Philippines accelerated to 1.5% in August due to the uptick in vegetable and fish prices. Pope Leo XIV discussed the quote, tragic situation in Gaza in a meeting with Israeli President Isaac Herzog. Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani dies at 91 years old. And Alex Eala wins 2 matches in a span of hours and secures her place in the Guadalajara Open semifinals in Mexico. The Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA says inflation in the Philippines accelerated to 1.5% in August amid an uptick in vegetable and fish prices. This brings the average inflation rate this year to 1.7%, lower than the government's target range of 2% to 4%. According to national statistician Dennis Mapa, inflation of vegetable prices at 10% and fish prices at 12.8% spiked to double digits in August due to unfavorable weather conditions. Throughout August, 5 cyclones entered the Philippine area of responsibility. Aside from food inflation, electricity prices also spiked in August amid higher prices in the wholesale spot market. In a statement, DepDev Secretary Arsenio Balisacan said inflation remains manageable despite the uptick. Pope Leo XIV discussed the tragic situation in Gaza during a meeting on Thursday, September 4, with Israeli President Isaac Herzog. The Vatican says the Pope called for a permanent ceasefire in the Palestinian enclave and called for the release of remaining hostages held by Palestinian group Hamas. The Vatican also reiterated support for a 2-state solution to the decades-long Israel-Palestinian conflict. Herzog had earlier thanked Leo for the meeting in a post on X and said he had received a warm welcome at the Vatican. The Vatican released photos of the leaders greeting each other in the Vatican's Apostolic Palace. In one image, the two stand posing side by side, with neither smiling. An official speaking anonymously without permission said they focused their discussions with Herzog on the need to guarantee a future for the Palestinian people. Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani has died at 91 years old. The fashion house announces Thursday, September 4, the passing of its quote, creator, founder, and tireless driving force, Giorgio Armani. He had been unwell for some time and was forced to drop out of his group's shows at Milan's Men's Fashion Week in June. Known as Re Giorgio or King Giorgio, the designer was known for overseeing every detail of his collection and every aspect of his business. The company says a funeral chamber will be set up on Saturday and Sunday in Milan, followed by a private funeral at an unspecified date. Designer Donatella Versace says the world has lost a giant today. Actor Kate Blanchett says the void left by Armani is, quote, impossible to fill. Italian President Sergio Mattarella says Armani redefined the standards of elegance and luxury on the international stage. Milan Mayor Giuseppe Sala declares Armani's day of funeral will be a day of mourning in the city. Alex Eala scores a pair of wins in a span of hours to secure her place in the semifinals of the Guadalajara Open in Mexico. Eala completes her come-from-behind win over the USA's Varvara Lepchenko and then beats Italy's Nicole Fossa Uergo in straight sets Thursday, September 4 or Friday, September 5 Manila time. Her last 16 match against Lepchenko got suspended due to rain. She went on to post a 6-7, 7-6, 6-3 win. After a short rest, Eala then clinches a 7-6, 6-2 victory over 30-year-old Huergo in the quarterfinals. Eala remains in the running as she aims to reach her second WTA final and her first WTA title. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.